we going to get universal health care in Vermont?
Yes!
Is it going to happen this year?
Yes!
Very good. I just want to tell you, my name is Franzen, and I have the honor of serving as the president of the Vermont Workers Center, and also being part of the Healthcare is a Human Right campaign. And there are many, many faces in this room that have made it all possible that we've got this far. The work that you did last year to get a bill enacted, Act 128, that embodies the principles of universality, equity, accountability, and transparency. It's all happening because of your work and your organization's work. Let's give yourselves a round of applause. I want to remind you, and I know you've heard it many, many times, before last year, in the summer before the legislature, and we kept hearing it in the fall that they were not going to take up health care, that it was an election year and it just wasn't going to happen. But it was because of our movement. It's because we stood together that we got what we did last year. So let's applaud ourselves together. In the next few weeks, as we anxiously wait for Dr. Shao to present his options, which will happen on January 19th, we have to think about what's going to happen this session. So his options are going to be presented, and it will be a draft, and then there'll be a 3-week comment period, and then the final draft will be presented February 19th. And then that will begin the process of hearing in the health committee hearings rooms. And so we have to be present. We have to keep organizing. We have to continue to build our movement because there is opposition to this. And there'll be a lot of opposition, not only in this state, from out of state, because Vermont is on the verge of doing something that no other state has done. And if we can do it, it will begin to lead the country and to lead other states. So there's going to be an awful lot of opposition. And then obstacles that are going to be raised. There's going to be a lot of misinformation. There's going to be a lot of fear taxes used. There's going to be a lot of information that says, oh, Vermont is good enough. Just keep with the system. Well, we don't have a system. And it's not, what we have is not sustainable. We have a business. And what we want, we want universal health care for all. We don't want universal insurance for all.
Yeah.
So, and we saw some of this last year when the bill was about to be passed. There was a clause in it about reporting on pharmaceuticals. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, they were all misinformation put out throughout our airwaves with PSAs put out by legitimate organizations. That's going to happen this year. There's going to be lots of money that we can't match to put out ads, to put ads on TV, to put ads on radio, to take out press, whatever, use the press. But what we have people's voices. We have people power. So we have to build that. We have to be here in the State House. This is the people's house. It's about us and not without us. And so we know what we want. So we know what we want for our neighbors. We are a moral people. We care. That's what the United States was founded on, the Constitution. It's about taking care of each other. It's about empathy. And it's about allowing us to have access to basic human rights. So I'm asking you to stay involved, to get involved with the Workers' Center, to get involved with your campaigns, to be at the State House. Will you do that? I know the committee rooms are small, but we've got to get in there and we've got to be witnesses and we've got to take part in the process. You'll do that. Thank you. We get our neighbors involved. We've got to talk to people. We've got to tell them not to be afraid. We've got to explain to them. It's a matter of education. It's a matter of getting our message out to stop and have people really understand. Do we want corporations controlling our health care? No. Okay. So we're in it. All right. So thank you everyone for coming. I launched a pilot project called the People's Budget Project, which is basically going to use very similar analysis of budgets that we will use for the health care. Does it meet the principles of universality, accountability, and does it meet the needs, the basic needs of our people in Vermont? So we urge you to come because as this year is going to be very, very difficult, not only with the healthcare battle, but also with the big deficit in the budget of $150 million. We need to come together and we need to work to build budgets that are based on the basic needs of Vermonters, not on managing the money. We have to really work, because that's what government is for. It's to protect the citizens. And so we are beginning that, and we have published a report. We published it on December 10th that you can go to our website and see. But we're building this movement in solidarity with other organizations. And so please come over to the pavilion. We'll have a meeting from 1 to 3 this afternoon. Thank you.